With Starfield approaching quicker by the day, we have many different types of videos that we can make when covering this game to prepare for its release. Today, I wanted to take a different direction and do something that, at least from what I've searched up, is a video idea that hasn't been done really at all, again, only from what I've seen. This is a special video because it is something different, but also something that integrates you, the viewer, into the creative idea of why this video is something cool to do. It's one I want you all to engage with, and one that's for you no matter who you are. The idea is to float this question your way. What do you think Starfield is going to take inspiration from with regards to other different science fiction properties and IPs out there that already exist? The second most important part, though, of this video idea is to also ask, what would you personally want to see in the game inspired by science fiction and space science fiction specifically? What have you yourself experienced in science fiction that you would love to see translated into this game? The reason I ask this question is because lots of different properties in entertainment media are inspired by each other, and I could make up a lot of different examples right now to showcase that very idea. Because Starfield is going to be the newest piece of entertainment media that we can add to that genre of science fiction, I want to know from you all what you have been inspired by in that genre to where you would love to see that integrated into this game. It can be literally anything as long as it's reasonable within this universe. For example, let's say there is a type of gun from one of your favorite sci-fi movies. You in this instance would love to see that type of gun in Starfield, not the literal gun from the movie, but something that is similar to it. So again, this is why I feel that this video idea just resonates with wanting to talk to you, the fans, the community, gamers of all likes, and simply just science fiction fans in general. It is also a video idea that I think is so different than what you are seeing with a lot of other different Starfield videos out there. You know, you see quite a lot of news videos and so on, which are important, but I wanted to do something different here with my video ideas as well. Again, this is just something fun, so please comment down below all your thoughts on this video topic, like the video, and subscribe. That would really help push the video out to more people so that we can have more conversations about these things, especially as we prepare for the game's launch, as I mentioned already. So to get into my inspirations for what I would like to see in the game, let's take it over to my favorite film of all time, which I'm sure some of you now already know, which is Interstellar. One of my inspirations from that film that I would like to see translated over to this game is based on the planets that you see inside of that film. Arguably the most famous one that people take from that film is the planet that is just nothing but water and waves. It is one of the most iconic scenes in that film. I would really like to see a translation of that over here into Starfield with some of their planets. Planets that have some of the distinct and uniqueness to them in terms of the types of biomes that they have. I would love to see a planet full of water, a planet that's nothing but volcanic lava and fire, planets that are distinctly only filled with sand or snow. Of course, we know that they will have plenty of planets with wildlife and luscious greens and forests, but sometimes you need some of that other stuff if you get what I mean. So another inspiration that comes from that same movie happens to do with the black hole that you could see at the end of the movie in Gargantua. Now, I've already made a video discussing what I think could happen with black holes up above if you want to go check that out. My inspiration for this is just that I do hope that we see at least one black hole in the game. I actually have a theory in mind that there is a possibility that the game's story quite literally ends with you going through a black hole and traveling through space into another universe. I think that would be insanely cool, and just in general, I do want to see at least one black hole in the game, no matter what it is. The next inspiration is actually a fairly interesting one, and as a disclaimer, I honestly don't think that this is going to happen. It is just something that I would love to see put into the game. It is around this idea that because we know that there are going to be many different forms of aliens in the game, I want to see a planet really put you to the limit of how bad an alien species can really be. For the most part, most of the aliens that I've seen in the footage that we've been shown have been ones that are just, you know, doing their own thing, and they're not really harming anybody. They're just living their own life and roaming around the planet. I want to see an alien species so bad that it could turn humans against each other. Now, stick with me here because I'm going to use a few references. The two references I'm going to make are Fallout and Dead Space. I recently, before the Dead Space remake came out at the beginning of this year, finished the entire Dead Space series of games, including the remake. That is a science fiction franchise that I now really love, and it is one that is steeped in alien monsters and horror. What if we could see something something like that here in Starfield? What if there is an alien that is so bad that it is able to infect humans to the point where it can turn them into these nasty creatures that you have to fight against? What if that could be at one of the plots of the main story? And in some cases, it doesn't even necessarily have to be humans. It could just be the alien that's just very violent against you. I know that might sound a little weird to say, because I know that there will be aliens who will be a little hostile towards you and you'll probably have to kill them. I'm just more so speaking towards an alien that is way worse than any of the aliens that are in the entire game and that are very hard and difficult to defeat. It's basically on the line of something that, again, you saw in Dead Space, where there were multiple different types of these alien monsters that took over human bodies and were just, you had to basically use much better weapons to kill them with. It's something along those lines, again. By now tying this into Fallout, Bethesda is used to these kinds of things. If you just look at the Fallout games, they are used to making these really cool and disgusting looking creatures that you can come across in the game. Again, this is something that is just mostly wishful thinking, because I don't actually know if Bethesda will do it. It is a hope and want that I could love to see that is inspired by other different science fiction properties. I know a lot of this game will mainly be about exploring the galaxy, collecting resources, and building your character up, but it's just a gameplay part of the game that I would just really love to see be incorporated in. The more different and unique that this game is as you play it in your playthrough, I think it's going to make for such a much more interesting experience. There is not much that I could really speak to that's going to be in this game in terms of weapons, spacesuits, the ships, and so on, because I think that the game is going to offer enough customization and leveling up that you'll just be able to create something that you want on your own. There's not much from other different science fiction properties that I can really pull from to where in those particular instances I'm going to feel like I'm going to want something, but maybe that's just personally me. I still want to hear all your thoughts. If you feel like there's a weapon or a ship or a suit that you would like to see pulled from with regards to other sci-fi. Again, those examples that I've mentioned are just some of the few that I can think of so far that I would really love to see that this game capitalize on if it is inspired by other properties out there in the science fiction genre. Like I said already, science fiction is inspired so much by other pieces of media that have come before it. So with that being said, that's probably going to do it for this video, and I really just wanted to dig down into the comments and see what you all have to say after I make this video. That is the main goal that I want to have with this video, is to see everyone talking with each other and just having fun nerding out about these things. I'm a geek just like so many of you guys out there, so please be sure to have a reasonable and respectful conversation with each other, even if you disagree with some of the things that you would like to see come into the game. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of their day and week. I'm going to try and get some more videos out by next week on Thursday, as I do have something going on in my life that I will announce soon in another video. Again, like I said at the beginning, like the video and subscribe if you want to see more, and please comment down below to help spread this video out to more people. I'll see you all soon for another video. This is Orion, signing out.